Hi. So all too soon, 2021 is pretty almost over, and we are gearing towards 2022. And I believe that it's been a great year for you as an individual. And we started this year with a lot of challenges, a lot of uncertainties. We didn't know how the year will actually go down. I don't know how it went for you, but hey, put it in the comment section for me. Let me know how your year went. How was your 2021? A couple of dreams, a couple of aspirations, a couple of goals you were having, but I want to know how did they all transpired financially, emotionally, spiritually, and your other individual goals academically, business-wise, corporate-wise. How did they go? Let me know as you will round down during this period. Now, I believe that during this period and going into 2022 is going to be the best year ever. And one thing you need to understand is that every year is going to come with its own challenges, its own difficulties, its own issues that actually limits and prevent you from actually becoming successful. But you need to be able to identify the opportunities in the chaos so that you can become successful. Now, if you have been following the news over the last 2 years or so since the COVID-19 broke out, you realize that a lot of people have actually become more successful, more wealthy, made billions and millions of dollars, whilst a lot of people on the other hand of the spectrum have become homeless, jobless, lost a couple of things due to the pandemic. So going into 2022, we are still not out of the woods with various variants of the virus emerging almost a couple of times. You need to understand that you need to be in a position where you can actually become successful irrespective of what is happening around you. So I want you to sit down carefully in the spirit as we round up on 2021 and going into 2022. You need to round out the year and sit down and think strategically, meticulously about your life going into 2022. If anything, I want you to maybe select 2 or 3 things that you want to really focus on. You see, I'm not a fan of people putting a lot on their list. You see some people have New Year resolution and they list a tall list of things down. No, you're going to screw up yourself very soon or pretty soon. What I want you to do is look at your life. Look at going into the future. What are the maybe 2 or 3 key issues that you believe when you implement will actually make you more successful, will actually make you more wealthy, will actually make you to get closer to your goals? Now, one of the things that you need to understand is that Rome was not built in a day. But then if Rome was not built in a day, you need to understand how long it took to build it. But the most important thing is that you must at least get up every day to lay a brick. Because if you don't get up every day to lay a brick, then you cannot build the Rome of your life. You cannot become successful. You cannot become the person you want to become. And most importantly, you can definitely not achieve your goals. So going into 2022, I want you to sit down, look at your life. 2 or 3 core things that you have to focus on in order for you to become successful, in order for you to achieve your goals. Listen, one of the things that you need to understand is that we are now in the skill economy, right? We are now in the economy where we don't care, or people don't care necessarily about your level of education, but they care about the value you are bringing on the table. Okay, so you need to find out going into 2022. We don't know. Maybe some lockdown still ongoing in part of Europe, and people are kicking against it, mandatory vaccination going on all over the world and other things. But you need to understand that irrespective of all these things, can I continue to exist? Can I continue to live my life? Can I continue to be successful? Can I continue to pursue the goals that I have? Can I continue to take care of my family, my children, my mom, my dad, and everybody that is most important to me as an individual? Can I continue? That is a question you need to ask yourself. So going into 2022, one of the key things I want you to take into consideration is to identify how you're going to have multiple streams of income. You need to identify it. I don't care what is on your radar, but then if you're going into 2022, you need to identify. Listen, you cannot just rely on your job. I don't care how much salary you are paid. I don't care the car they give you to drive. I don't care the community they ask you to live in. But we've seen a lot of people screwing up big time, even in Ghana here, because I'm in Ghana. I can talk more about Ghana, especially when the banking crisis came and a lot of the banks have to be amalgamated. A couple of them have to be put into administration. A couple of them have to be, their licenses have to be revoked. And all of a sudden, people who were living in A-class community, driving better cars, their children are going to better schools, were reduced to zero, literally. Why? Because they were more on the skill side. They were more on the job side, not on the skill side. So if you are going into 2022, you need to sit down. What value am I bringing on the table? What can I do differently? What can I change in my life differently? What is it that I can do in order for me to become more successful as an individual? What is it that I can do in order for me to distinguish myself in the marketplace? And most importantly, what is it that I can do in order to make more money? That's it. That's it. Now, let me share this with you. Personally, I'm focusing on two things going into 2022, and these are things I've been focusing on for a number of years, and I don't have wild issues, and it's just two things: relationship and wealth, period. I want to work better on my relationship, very importantly. Definitely my relationship with God, my Christian life. Definitely my relationship with my business partners, my relationship with my family, friends, clients, students, like everybody. Very, very important. Work on that pretty well. And also my relationship with my family as a whole, very critical, because you see, it's not about how much money you have, but it's about the people who are in your network, because it is stated that your network is your net worth. You get that? Your network is your net worth. So the people you have in your cycle is very, very critical. So I'm going to work on my relationship. Now, certainly, if I get my relationship right, boom, that's wealth, meaning that, remember I said wealth, right? Wealth, because you see, at a point in your life, you need to understand the difference between making money and building wealth. Okay, there are a lot of people who focus just on making money, but they don't focus on building wealth. Now, wealth is built over time, and you need to understand how this whole thing is done. And you will start building wealth when you learn how to understand how your money can actually work with it for you, and how you can really have investment and controls in various other things, so you become more successful and focus on the things that are very important to you as an individual. So going into 2022, these are my two top things: relationship and wealth. Very critical, very important. You cannot separate these. You cannot separate these. And these are the things that I want to focus on as an individual. And I've been focusing on these for a number of years now, doing what we do here in our organization. So what are you focusing on going into 2022? What are you focusing on? There are a number of you started 2021 with some resolutions. But my question is, did you achieve them? How close were you? Did you get to them or you didn't? If you didn't get to them, then you need to find out how to get to them. I cannot overemphasize the importance of this. I cannot pretty overemphasize the importance of this. So if you want to become successful, want to become wealthy, take your life to the next level, achieve your goals, you need to sit down and think strategically about your life. Think strategically about 2022. Don't sit down and become a victim. You need to become a victor. There is this popular saying that I want to leave you with. That it's the story of the lion and the gazelle. That every morning, the main aim of the gazelle is to wake up and run as fast as possible to outrun the lion, or not to be eaten by the lion, because the meal of the lion is the gazelle. So the gazelle wakes up every morning and has only one mission. How do I run as fast as possible, as far as possible, so I don't get eaten? The lion also has one objective. The objective of the lion is to get up and find out, how can I run as fast as possible to get my lunch, the gazelle. So the two of them are all in survival mode. The gazelle is running away from the lion, not to be eaten. The lion is running towards or after the gazelle to get its lunch, to get its supper, to get its meal of the day. But the question you need to ask yourself is this: each of these two animals are pursuing a goal. They are all pursuing a goal, an objective, a desire of survival. So if you want to survive in 2022, you must get up every morning and decide, am I going to run away, not to be eaten by the system, not to be eaten by people who don't like me, or I'm going to go after my meal and I will make sure that I get it and I get it done. So which side are you on? You have to survive. 2022 is going to be one of the greatest years of all time. A lot of things are going to happen. A lot of opportunities are going to pop up. But you need to put yourself in the position that you can grab that opportunity and, most importantly, become more successful. I believe that if you really think about this very carefully, you will definitely become successful. I'll catch you.